When we look at the school of Sahaba, they basically, on a practical level, they divide his life or his statements into two. They say whenever he's talking on an official capacity, you should obey and listen. But whenever he says things on a personal capacity, we can easily ignore. Whereas we see that from the perspective of the school of Ahlul Bayt, the Prophet is a Prophet and a Rasul at all times, in all situations. We don't divide, his life or personality into official and personal. And we went with this ayat from Surah An-Najm, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. He doesn't speak out of his own accord. In huwa, it is nothing, means whatever he says, is nothing, illa wahyun yuha. Whatever he says is based on the inspiration from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We saw this difference between the two perspectives very clear even in the last days of the Prophet's life. I narrated this incident from Abdullah ibn Abbas, as quoted by Bukhari himself, when he talks about Raziyatul Khamis, the sorrow of the Thursday, where Ibn Abbas, remembering that day, cries till the tears go and wet the floor in front of him. In 3 places, Bukhari said, they said. He's talking about those who opposed. When he uses the word they said, he is more clear. He says, Hajara Rasulullah. Na'uzu billah, they were saying that the Prophet is out of his mind. He's talking nonsense. But in other 3 narrations of the same narrator, where he is giving the name, he doesn't say they, he said Umar. There he makes it more palatable. And he says, Umar said that, the pain, because the Prophet is not feeling well, the pain has overcome him. وَعِنْدَكُمْ قُرْآنٌ حَسْبُنَا كِتَابُ اللَّهِ. You have the Quran, that is sufficient for us, we don't need his words. And the Prophet's response also we saw. Referring to the 3 incidents where Umar has been quoted, the Prophet says, قُومُوا عَنِّي, which means, get up and go out from me. وَلَا يَنْبَغِي إِنْدِي التَّنَاذُرُ. You are not allowed to argue in my presence.